Hi. I'm not muted, am I? No. How's everyone doing? Whom do we have? Because people think Welsh people can't speak properly. A Golf Twitter. Good evening, sir. Brad Sweetman. Carl L. Cool J, whose name always amuses me. I've known who LL Cool J was since I was a wee laddie. Eddie Reese, good evening. Old Fashioned Coffee Pot. Mr. Andrat. Paul Kayla. Brian Pop Robson. How are you, pal? Your pal Al. STST. I'm doing as well as I can do, seek truth, speak truth. As well as I can do, given the current situation. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I thought I would just jump on. Good evening, Mr. Jones 1972. How are you, mate? I thought I would just jump on and do just like my streams used to be before we started the There We Are Then streams. But anyway, how is everybody enjoying the There We Are Then streams? Give me a thumbs up in the side chat if you're subscribed to the channel and if you're enjoying the streams. Because they're not like this nonsense where I just check out the frame as well. Look at that. Pretty cool, eh? They're not like these streams which have got absolutely no structure to them. I literally just watch the side chat to see... Yeah, oh, Paul Kayler, I'm glad you're not subscribed anyway. Who needs that sort of attention? Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are subscribed to it. The reason, do you think I did the right thing by separating it completely from the main channel? The reason I did it is because live streams, they just don't get the same number of views as regular videos. And it pulls the channel's overall watch time and audience retention down quite significantly. So I thought, well, you know, I've had the second channel for nearly a year. Well, no, probably nearly 2 years. And I've never really done anything with it. I kept saying, oh, I'm going to do this. And then I see a butterfly and I forget. So it doesn't get done. But I thought, well, I may as well use it because, you know, it's getting used. Does that make sense? Rather than it just sitting there and me being like, oh yeah, I got a second channel. Never do anything with it, but I've got one. You know, I thought I would do it over there, and I think separating them is definitely the right thing to do because people who watch this kind of video, not this kind of video, it's a live stream, they're rubbish. But people who watch my uploaded rubbish videos may not necessarily want to watch my rubbish live streams as well. Mr. Andrat, don't now. That you know how easily distracted I am. No. You cannot do it. Mrs. Schrodinger's cat says, yeah, that's how Schrodinger was with his second channel. Yeah, I've had it for a long time, Nicole, and never really done anything with it. But you know, I think doing the 2-hour live show on there is a wise move because not everybody likes the same thing, do they? So, I'm not trying to push anything on you, but have you seen these shirts? They're so cool. So this is the merch store. The I'd rather shit in my hands and clap. Do you know this to me now is like CGI all over again. It was just something. I made a short 60-second video about Kent Hovind, and he said people want to be like him, and that was the first thing that came into my mind. I've probably heard it somewhere. I've probably heard somebody saying it, but I got a very funny feeling that this little slogan is going to be the new CGI, because that came about completely by accident. You know, there's a challenge for the audience. More for long-term viewers, you know, the viewers that don't skip any videos, you know, they watch whatever nonsense I upload. But I cannot for the life of me, and I have tried looking, but I cannot remember which video I said CGI in. I can't remember if I just said it in a funny way, because apparently I sound funny when I speak, or whether I did it deliberately as a response to something. I can't remember. So if anybody is like me and they've got no life apart from YouTube, and you do come across the video I originally did CGI in, and you'll know it was the original video. This is just me thinking out loud, because it'll have some sort of context rather than me just saying
CGI.
But it's really bugging me that I can't remember which video it was from. Anyway, what's everyone saying in that? Good evening, Sut Kettle. How are you? Purple Snowdrop, T-Clan, John McNarin, Mama Hope, the Happy Little Fox, aka Benji. Good evening, pal. How are you diddling? It's very nice to see you here. So, I pulled the merch store up, obviously, and I didn't get to the point of what I was going to say, but what I was going to say is so when you create a new design in the merch provider's store that I use, you can sort of say, oh, I only want these on sale for 1 week, or I only want them on sale for a day, or I only want to sell 100 of these. So by way of an experiment, because merch has never done that well for me, I suppose because I've been trying to do it as part of a brand rather than sort of like a funny t-shirt, if that makes sense. Maybe I can do a bit of both. I don't know. I suppose it's just the graphic designer in me. But I only put 100 of these t-shirts in the store. And I think when I checked earlier on, there's about 37 left. So it is linked at the top of the chat. So if anybody does want one, you know, buy one. You haven't got to, but, you know, buy one if you want to. Especially you, Eddie Reese. You get over there immediately, if not sooner, and buy one. Buy my crap. How do you know it's crap? You haven't got one yet. You haven't got one yet. Don't be rude now. Don't start picking on me. I'm only little. Patrick Cardon. Good evening. Creaky is not in the house. Creaky is inside his studio, which is in the garage. So, but I appreciate the. Yeah. Do you want my new hat? It's not new. It's a really old one, but I found it in a drawer. I was sorting some stuff out today, and yeah. I tell you what, Mr. Jones, can you have 100% discount? Somebody can. Whichever super chat I find the funniest throughout the whole live stream, that person gets a free "I'd rather shit in my hands and clap" t-shirt. I haven't even, well, it won't be free because you will have super chatted, but you get the idea. I haven't even had mine yet. I ordered mine before I put it live, and it still hasn't come. The service is awful. I strongly recommend you buy one. Good evening, Angie. Been loving the content lately. Thank you. It's funny. Yesterday's video. No, it wasn't yesterday's video, was it? It was Friday's video. And it's just fallen on its ass. Now, I know there's always things that can be going on in the background that I'm not aware of, or other people aren't aware of, but I don't know. It's not flat earth, not conspiracy, it's not young earth creation. It was more my observations of this guy I stumbled across on the tubes, who I think must be he must be Ray Comfort's love child, or strongly inspired by Ray Comfort, because I don't know who watching this now has seen that video, but it was literally like he decided he would copy Ray Comfort. He was going about it in exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. Mr. Schrodinger's cat said, oh, it's up there now. I remember when Schrodinger's cat showed me your video the first time. I laughed my ass off. I asked if you could say my name, and you did. I was so excited. Thank you, Nicole. Do you know, I hope you're doing well, by the way, as well. I've never had the opportunity to say hello to you properly, but I'm a very big procrastinator. A lot of the things I intend to do either get done long after they should have, or more commonly, never. Excuse me.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Yeah, smash the like button right now. Good evening, Mike Spicer. I'm not gonna do what I've been doing on the There We Are Then show, because I find it all very distracting. I am going to address the super chats as they come in. So the first one was from Sofa King Sleepy, who has been subscribed to my channel under other names. Mate, I think you've been here almost since the beginning, haven't you? You must have, or when I was very, very small. Like, I'm talking like less than 3,000 subscribers. You must have been. But anyway, he says, you aren't funny by how you speak. It sounds funny by what you say. Thank you, pal. I appreciate it. I'm funny looking as well, I know. Smarty Marty, good evening, pal. How are you?
Ooh, super chat.
My doctor told me I had to stop masturbating. I asked why. He said, I'm trying to examine you. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, Marty, in fairness. Mainly because I've got the sense of humor of a child. But what I thought you were actually going to say, my doctor told me I had to stop masturbating, and you then said, I'm over your doctor, and I've missed out the middle bit, which is about making you go blind. Now it makes absolutely no sense at all, and I'm embarrassed.
Ooh, super
Not
chat.
really, I couldn't give a monkey's chuff. Why didn't you take your son to you with the Maldives? I'm not in the Maldives, that's Mr. Sensible. I think that joke should have been the other way around. I think you should have asked me why my dad didn't take me to the Maldives. Do you know, the Maldives doesn't appeal to me, actually. I like to go on holiday to places with lots of busyness going on. And I watched Dad's stream this morning, and it's just the sea. A couple of palm trees and a beach. It's with the wrong boot on then. It's a weird one. Anyway, so
ooh, super chat.
Eddie Reese, I just found out that Sir Anthony Hopkins as well certainly explains why he wanted to keep the lambs quiet. Yeah, he is well. She's from Port Talbot, which is literally just up the road from me.
Ooh, super chat.
Craig Edmonds says, wow, nothing sexier English language accent than Welsh to my Canuck ears. Because people don't like it when I say ears, which is what they're actually called. I prefer the ladies, but yours will do. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Right, what was I talking about? I've done all new buttons on my Stream Deck today, and I'm getting very confused. Somebody remind me what I was talking about. I was talking about something. Good evening, Peter Charles. How are you? Happy Little Fox, aka Benji, says, I have no accent. You don't have an accent either. It's almost as if we were separated at birth. It is always Canuck. Well, I don't know. Yes? No? Have I said it wrong? Probably. I say most things wrong. Apparently. Canuck. That just sounds stupid. That could be what it is, Dan. That could be what it is. I'm not a doctor. Brian Pop Robson says, hang on a second. Badoosh, let me do that. Shitting in your hands and clapping was the topic. Was it? I thought we were just talking about t-shirts. Oh no, we were talking about the Maldives. And somebody said, why didn't Mr. Sensible take me? Because he's selfish and he hates me.
Ooh, super chat.
Super chat from Second Best Bob. I've just been on Glowbusters. They won't even accept my super chats, let alone answer my questions. Well, I tell you something, pal. If you're trying to pay people to answer your questions over there and you still can't get answers, I think you can be fairly confident you're on the winning side. 100% certain. Canadians don't have an accent, eh? Says Sean B. You're quite right. You're quite. Do you know? Right. You've just reminded me of something. I'm talking about accents, and not that I'm ever going to admit to having one because I haven't, and my mug is a little bit out of reach. But you know, I've got mugs to prove it. Andy Hopkins is from Port Talbot. Explains his Hannibal, but he was brilliant as Hannibal Lecter. Don't be rude now, basic trig. I've totally forgotten now. Oh yeah. So we were saying about accents. Somebody commented on my... So, you know, if you have seen Friday's video, I made a little crack about Ray Comfort being Australian. And then I played, you know, the Jim Carrey film, Dumb and Dumber? I played the clip of him saying, "G'day, mate." What's he say? "Let's throw another shrimp on the barbie." I played that clip, and the number of people that commented and said, "I do realise that that's not a real Australian accent." It's like, no, I thought that I just thought that was every Australian man I've ever seen. Honestly, and people think I'm stupid. Well, they may be onto something, but who knows? Sofa King Sleepy says, "When I was young, I used to think my dad was a superhero. Now I'm older, I realise that he was just a normal guy wearing a cape and spandex." I'm always afraid to laugh at some people's messages because I'm not actually sure if they're meant to be a joke, or if they're just telling the truth and then I make it offensive.
Ooh, super chat.
Grandma Sunshine Dragon, "I want to see your my tats. I've got new glasses coming in about 2 weeks. They're the same glasses. Nobody would know unless I told you, and I don't really know why I am. Glasses are expensive, mind they? And I only need the glass bits. These ones, luckily, my computer glass. No, these are my computer glasses. But because I'm so imaginative, these are my everyday glasses. Now, you may not be able to see the difference, but I can't see anything now, so I certainly can. But anyway, so these glasses are fine. My vision from the monitor hasn't changed. To be honest, I've just pulled it about 3 inches closer to me to save buying 3 lenses. Just to have my everyday glasses and my shades, because I'm a cool guy. Nearly 300 squid. That's about, I don't know, $420 to all the Americans. It's just so much money. No wonder I'm over skint. Blind. It's absolutely nuts. Disturbing fact. I love a disturbing fact. Why have you got a coat on? It's not that cold. Atheism is punishable by death in... Oh. Lucky I don't want to go there then, innit? Ooh. Is it really? Is that a fact? Yeah, the reason mine are expensive, John, it's not because of what they are. It's because of the prescription. I've got varifocals and I've got 3 different prescriptions. So I've got the looking over there prescription, looking by your prescription, and a looking by there prescription. All in one lens. Technology. It's almost as if science is helpful. But yeah, that's what makes it expensive. And obviously my sunglasses have got to have the same lenses in them, because I'm just as blind when I'm trying to look cool as I am all the rest of the time.
Ooh, super chat.
What do you call a hand job from Albert Einstein? A stroke of genius. You're Googling these smarty marty, and you have to be. Nobody's that funny all the time. You've only got to watch my videos to see that. Well, some of us aren't funny ever, but you know what I mean. Glasses make people look smarter. Indeed they do. Indeed they do. That's all I've got to say. There's no punchline, nothing funny to be said. I'm just being honest. I thought I would have had time to have a quick puff then. That clip's shorter than I remember. Now that one I can remember, see, and I did do sarcasm cam deliberately to be what are they called? Are they called memes? Is that what the cool kids call them? You know, that's what Lord Callum tells me they are. They're a meme, and my youngest. I don't know, but I did that one on purpose. But if anybody knows which video the CGI clip came from, I'd love to know. I would love to know. You're gonna have to bear with me now.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Right now, wow. Yeah, no, Mr. Jones, yeah, they are gift. See, now I'm not necessarily saying you're as old as me, but you're not 20 or 17. So yeah, I know they're gifts, but whenever I speak about them or it comes up in conversation, that's a meme, Dad. That's a meme. What's a meme? What's going on? Is that even a real word? Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised, Smarty Marty, that Lord Callum is responsible for the Einstein joke? I'll be having a word with that young man later on, I can assure you of that.
Ooh, super chat.
John Wallace says, I've just paid £24 and bought a new t-shirt. Do I get a 100% discount? I don't get how this works, do I? I'm afraid you don't. I'm afraid you don't. But, you know, there's a favourite so far. I'm not saying it's... I'm not going to say who it is, but there is a favourite so far who has made me chuckle more than some of the other people watching this. But yeah, gifs and memes are different, says D Bonk. Yeah, right, okay, right. Explain to me what a meme is, because I haven't got a Scooby. I thought a meme was one of those pictures that I can't show you anything now. Who's a thumb? Is like a picture, you know, that says something funny in white writing at the top and bottom. I thought that was a meme. But apparently it's not just that. Apparently even a YouTube video can be considered a meme. Somebody was asking me what I'm smoking. It's a disposable because my actual device is on charge in the house. Passion fruit, guava and kiwi. Because that's how I roll. And these things are doing my nut in. Everyone's buying them. We've never had so many kids coming in the shop trying to, you know, still with like false moustaches and trilbies and trench coats. Looks like a flipping Inspector Gadget convention in the shop half the time. Is Randy here? Oh, there he is. Good evening, Mr. Flurfspective. I need to know what to call you. I feel like continuing to call you Randy is disrespectful somehow. I could be wrong. I could be right. I just don't know. I don't know much at all, actually. I just saw something else then that... When people take the content and use it for their own purposes, put in new meaning into it, then it becomes a meme. I don't know, Dan. I'm far too old and way too uncool to understand what any of this means. So I've just reminded myself of something. Dan's comment on the screen here. Is it big enough for you to be able to read on a phone? Is it, you know, if you haven't got, you know, old man eyes like me? Let me know in the chat, because there's a reason why I've done it.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Scotty Orange. You're a legend, pal. Yeah, because so I've got my big monitor in front of me, so I've got vMix open, I've got the chat, I've got vMix Social, I've got Discord. Over on another screen here that you can't see, I've got the YouTube Studio open so I can control the stream and get like a second look at the super chats. If, you know, if I miss any, I can go back to them over there. And then I've got a monitor up there that's just got what you were seeing on it, and it's got live broadcast printed on it on an actual sticker. I'm just so flashy. What can I say? And when I was putting the chat on the screen, I couldn't even see. Yes, but yes, young Dr. Shapley. If only you still were, then you probably wouldn't need reading glasses. Because it's funny, right? So I've only been wearing glasses for about 3 years. It was literally just before I started on YouTube. I had to start wearing glasses full time. Before that, I'd had reading glasses for about 2 years. And even now, if I wanted to, I can't see the screens, but I can see perfectly well around me. You know, my optician, because that's what we call him in the UK, not an optometrist for some reason. Don't know why. Don't really care either. It's not important. But they say, you know, even when I had my eyes tested last week, now when I had to order my new lenses, this must be riveting for you, by the way. You know, I don't necessarily need glasses all the time. The reason I've got them is because I'm too lazy to put, you know, glasses on, off, on, off, on, off every 2 minutes.
Ooh, super chat.
Super chat from... Hang on, I'm making sure I haven't missed one. Where's he gone? Where's he go? Oh, he's over there. Hi, John Waller again. Now I've sent you £10 in total and paid £24 for the t-shirt. Do I get any discount? Hang on, I really don't get this, do I? I can't answer that. It would be either a £50 charge or you'd have to like buy me a nice present or something like that. I couldn't possibly. No, you definitely don't get it, mate. You definitely do not. Good evening, Mr. Skeptical. Known to his friends as team. How the devil are you doing? Thank you for putting the glasses back on. Thought I was on the wrong stream for a minute. I know. Do you know, it's only like I was just saying before you got here, because you know you don't care enough to be here right at the beginning. I don't need to wear glasses all the time. The reason I wear them now is purely out of laziness, because then I don't have to put reading glasses on and off every 2 seconds, because I work on a computer all the time. You know, everyone's the same. We're all always on our phones all the time. Anyway, Brian Pop Robson says, so when a married man masturbates, what's the most sensitive part of his body? His ears listening for the wife on the stairs. Oh, dear me. Oh, I've gone in the wrong doohickey now. Super chat from Warren, who says tidy flame emoji and what's that called? Devil horns? Rock and roll hands? I don't know this stuff. I've told you a million times, I'm just not cool.
Ooh, super chat.
Ophthalmic technician here. I'm interested. You're interested in what, Eddie Reese? In my ophthalmicals. Yeah, no, I was just curious why I keep allowing myself to get so massively distracted. Do you know, I wish I could do these streams and be like, I need to clone myself so that this me can concentrate on doing a live stream that's got maybe some sort of structure and hopefully a little bit of sense to it. And then the other me can be in the side chat with you lot, like winding me up and having fun. That would be great. Any, what type of scientist would do that? A bad one, probably.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
But thank you, Eddie Reese. I can't even remember the context of that comment anymore. So there we go. Grandma Sunshine. Why is your name chopped off? Hang on a second. I'm not having that. That's Rimdinkless. Headline. Description. No, that's the wrong one. That's why, you knob cheese. I gotta fix this. I spent so much time doing this sort of thing. I should never make a mistake, but there we are. Because you had such a long name. Silly sausage. Have you ever felt invisible no matter where you're at? All the time. And I'm hoping that's not in reference to you trying to say something to me and me not noticing, because I would never do that on purpose. But yeah, of course I have. All the time. All the time. It's mainly by design with me, because I am an antisocial little turd. Good evening, the plot hole. How are you, love? The first real clone was Dolly the sheep, so cloning a Welshman must be the next natural step, surely. That's very funny, but don't call me Shirley. Shirley. Another failed joke. Why do I try? Why do I even bother? But you know, you may have a point. You may have a point. Right, I'm losing my place now. Anybody got anything to say? Anybody want to jump into the Discord server and come on and say hello? We may as well, innit? It's only skin past bone luck. Anybody see my watch? It's only 8 o'clock. I'm on for another hour. We may as well make it useful. And for anybody that wasn't here earlier on, if you want one of these wonderful and extremely humorous I'd rather shit in my hands and clap t-shirts, and if you want it, somebody said earlier on, how does he get 100% discount? So I can't offer 100% discount, but the next best thing is whichever super chat makes me laugh the most tonight, will win a t-shirt. All you got to do is tell me what color you want and what size you want, and send me your address, and I will pay for it myself, because I don't get them for free myself from the merch store, but I will buy you a t-shirt and send it to you. How does that sound? So if you want to do it, it's the funniest super chat. So there. Yeah, so if anybody wants to, let's have a look. I'm asking, does anybody want to? And oh man, I've hidden some of my buttons now. Whoop, bloop, bloop. Ranty Flurfspective is in there. Does that mean you wanna? Oh, I gotta put bloody headphones on now. Hang on a sec. Talk amongst yourselves. I've got them wrapped around something. Forgot about that. And I'm not even entirely sure this is going to work, because I've spent the last few, well, I've been doing it over the last 4 or 5 days, and I've set up a completely separate, well, you can see this isn't what you see when I'm doing the, there we are then, streams. This is a totally different doohickey doodah, and I think I've got the audio settings the same. If I haven't, well, it's just not going to end well, is it? Right, so I also now need to open up my audio interface. Yeah, I've got an audio interface. Right then. So hopefully now I haven't cut everything off and you can still hear me and I'm not sat here talking to myself. And hopefully, if I jump into the to the doobly what's it, and we can have a chat with Ranty, but it'll be after this super chat.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Glasses don't make people look smarter, they make them look blinder. See what I did there? I did. That was extremely humorous. Was it humorous enough for you to win a t-shirt? I just don't know. And now I've lost you. Oh, there you are. There we are. You're in there as well.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I used to go out with a Welsh girl who had 36 double Ds. It was a ridiculously long name. Oh, dear me. That's going in the queue. And that one is. Because historically speaking...
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
If I win, give the shirt to Lord Callum. I think it would be funny if he wore it in his video. Oh, I'm on to a winner then. I could just lend him mine and pretend. You know what I'm saying, Smarty Marty? No, obviously I would never do that. Anyway, good evening, Ranty. How are you, pal?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good, good. Can the stream hear Mr. Flurfspective Esquire? Because honestly, I have no idea if anybody can. Is anybody listening to this now who can tell me yes or no? But anyway, how are you, pal?
Hello, hello, hello. Press 1 for yes.
Yeah, you're set up, aren't you? I can tell by your tone.
Oh, yeah. I've still got the remnants of this COVID flu thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can still feel it in my chest and in my voice. So that's probably, you know, making me a little more gruffy.
Yeah.
But the microphone, yes. Yeah, I mean, because you told me all the setup that I would need, so I went ahead and got all the things that you suggested. So
yeah, it's fun trying to set it up, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I left that part out. Sorry. It's an absolute nightmare, mate. An absolute nightmare. And you know, still now, I still have to fiddle around. Like every time they do an update, like any other piece of software or hardware, they always add new features in. So what they've done now, because I don't record with the SM7B, I've got a Rode NTG4, which is just out of shot above me, and I record my videos with that. And before, I had to swap the cables over, then go into the Go XLR app, change the EQ settings and the boost for the mic and everything. But they've introduced profiles in there now, so you can have multiple microphones and you just click on one to swap from one. So it's made it so much easier. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm literally just having to learn new things about Go XLR software all the time. So you know, if you think it's done and dusted, it's not, mate, I'm afraid.
I know it's a proper learning curve. I mean, Dick Dawson yesterday, who helped me with it to get it all set up and everything. I mean, I just thought it would be hardwire it in, plug it all in, ready to go. And I'm thinking, why is the microphone not being picked up by my by my computer? I didn't realize that I had to, actually download an app to go with it, because it didn't say that in the instructions. There was no instructions.
No, it doesn't, does it?
The app.
I'll be honest, what I did though, and I do this all the time, is mainly because I'm a bit of a nerd, but before I bought my Go XLR, because I only bought it about 18 months ago, I watched loads and loads of videos, people review it, is it good, is it rubbish, and so I did know, but you're right enough, if you didn't know ahead of time, it doesn't tell you that there's a separate app you need.
Yeah, without it even working. I mean, that was the thing. There was nothing coming through on the PC. I was pulling my hair out. I did a community post on it to say, can somebody help here?
Well, that's when I DM'd you on Twitter, see, because I saw that. I didn't notice how long the community post had been up, but that's why I shot you that message, because I felt your pain, because I too suffered through the same thing.
Oh, and then the Stream Deck as well. I mean, the Stream Deck looks pretty easy to work with, actually.
It is.
You run it through OBS and stuff. So
yeah, it is. This I tell you what, right? Once you get familiar with the Stream Deck, you will use it for everything. I barely have to touch my mouse. My mouse now is literally just for moving the pointer around the screen. I hardly ever use any of the buttons. I've got everything on the Stream Deck. All the websites I visit all the time, just press the button on the Stream Deck to open the website. I've got another key on here now, so the way I set my monitors out, the windows in the monitors when I'm live is completely different to when I'm recording. But I come in here now, I press one button, and all the screens I need just pop to where I need them.
Right.
There's so much stuff you can do with it, mate. Honestly, I'll send you links to a couple of channels, the ones I use to learn everything I learn about them. They're really, really useful. They are. I've got a couple of hidden playlists on YouTube. One is all audio settings and the Go XLR, and the other one is all stuff to do with the Stream Deck. It's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant.
I'm a bit of a technophobe when it comes to stuff like this, so if this had just been down to me and it was like, okay, I've got this equipment, when do I get around to actually start using it? It would have probably sat in its box for about 3 years before I actually started to use it.
Yeah,
terrified of actually using any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I once had a brand new phone that was bought for me at Christmas. I had an old 3310 with all the rubber buttons were all chipped and damaged. I dropped it off the ladder about 3 times. It fell in a paint bucket. But it still worked, and I had it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then somebody bought me a new phone. It was my mum. She bought me this new phone, and it literally stayed in the drawer for over a year until my phone actually completely died, and it just wouldn't charge up again. And this was and then I had to concede and then actually start using this new phone. So to have all this kind of equipment here is very daunting, I have to say.
It is a bit of a learning curve.
Looking forward to it though.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, and it'll make the world of difference to to how you say, because they say that audio is way more important than video in a video, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I kind of get why, because if I click on a video and the audio's rubbish, I tend not to watch it because it gets on my nerves.
Right, okay. Well, this is the first time that anybody's heard me on this microphone, so if they can put in the chat, if they can give me 1 for a thumbs up or 2 for it needs work, and then I'll kind of work on it after that. But,
yeah.
I think it's better than the Blue Yeti though that I had.
Christ, you sound awesome, mate. I've got studio monitors in my ears, and you sound crystal clear to me. So I'm hoping that it's going out onto stream for you as well. Sorry, mate. Let me just quickly, Team Skeptic, if you want to join the conversation, just jump over to my Discord server, join the green room, and then Paul will throw you in the call. And let me just quickly do this as well. Sorry, Randy. The plot hole says, if a woman shaves her cap and not her butt, is that a mullet? Quite possibly. And gonna go for it says, once you get Touch Portal, you regret ever getting. I had a life license gifted to me for Touch Portal by the company that make it, and sorry, mate, it's night and day. Touch Portal is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, but it's so much harder to use than a Stream Deck. I'm actually on my second stream. I've got a 15 key one and I've got a 32 key one. I don't know how I managed before I had one. They're that useful. John O'Waller says, right now that's £41 in total. There must be some sort of discount. Oh, I've run out of money for my kebab now. Oh dear me. Right, I think Team Skeptic's going to join us now. Okay. Is everyone still calling you Ranty? I feel guilty calling you a name that associates you back to being part of the dark side.
I mean, you could call me Shane if you like, because that's my name, really, Shane, and I don't mind being called Ranty. Although I'll probably be using that for my alter ego. But going forward, as of the 19th of this month, like next Saturday, I'm changing the channel name from
I saw that.
To
Auditing Absurdity.
Auditing the Absurd.
Yeah, I thought did you tweet that earlier or?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, yes. I thought I seen that. Good evening, Team Skeptic. How the devil are you, sir?
Oh my God, y'all are talking tech, and I love it.
But you've heard the saying, "Fake it till you make it," haven't you? Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about? Because I definitely didn't need any assistance from hundreds of different people to help me get vMix up and running, did I, team? I didn't bother you 50 times. I mean, I didn't bother you at all, did I?
Oh, not at all. He learned it all on his own. In fact, he's such a master of technology that he didn't even read manuals or watch YouTube videos. He just looked at the program like in the Matrix, and it changed the code to fit Creaky.
He
didn't have to do anything. So good job on you, Creaky.
Oh, I just looked and I knew. vMix is absolutely awesome, though, isn't it? Once you start, I'm starting to get a little bit more familiar with it now. But to set,
I love it.
Yeah, it's really, really good. But to set this up, I did copy the other live stream and then delete all the bits I didn't want because I cannot for the life of me remember how we set the audio buses up so that there's no feedback when there's a guest on a call as well. I have no idea how I did it. Yeah, it's
there we are. I'm a master.
Yeah, you've been using it for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, a little more than 2 years now.
Yeah.
I still record in OBS just because it's a little less intensive on the CPU and GPU, but pretty much vMix, you can use it for anything. But we're lucky we have the nice version, Most people will have the regular version, which doesn't allow you to do as much as what me and Creaky are able to do.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, team. The only reason I have decided to commit to vMix now is because you can do it on a monthly. They do a monthly contract now. So rather than...
Oh, really?
Yeah, not a contract. That's probably the wrong word. But before, if you wanted it, it was $1,200. Now it's $50 a month.
For 24 months or forever?
No, and it's $50 a month until you decide you don't want to pay that $50 anymore. From the way I understand it anyway. So it's, it's brilliant. Absolutely love it.
So you're not buying it in payments. You're actually just renting it till you are done with it.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's not a bad... For someone like yourself that can do one live stream a month and easily make that $50 with one live stream a month, it's well worth it. Then you can just do live streams. It's so much easier to stream with it, to have callers automatically integrated.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What are you using to edit your videos? Are you using Adobe?
No, I use Filmora. I've used Wondershare Filmora. I've used it since I started, and to be completely honest, the only reason I used it initially and still do is because my son's got a life license. Lord Callum's got a life license for Filmora. So it's not expensive. It's like, I think it's $70 for a life license. But I just use Callum's and I've just got so familiar with it now. Everything I know I like to do in my videos, I know how to do it. I'd love to use Premiere Pro or something, but it's
DaVinci, bro. DaVinci.
Isn't DaVinci Resolve the one that's almost identical to Premiere Pro, but a fraction of the price, and they do a free version?
No, it's free. It's free.
Yeah. Oh, it is free. Is that what you use, Randy, as well? Is it?
No, I've got DaVinci. I need to start looking into it. I actually use a VideoPad video editor at the minute. It's very basic. I mean, I used to use Premiere Pro in the past, but then my license ran out on that, and I couldn't be bothered renewing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, I'd love to use DaVinci. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
I went ahead and paid for the full studio version because it utilizes the GPU a little bit better for rendering, which because of how many videos I put out.
Yeah.
Like, it really saves me time to not have to sit there for 10, 15 minutes and wait for a render to get done when I can put it on my GPU and have it done in a minute and a half.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
Like a 15, if I do like a 12 to 15 minute video, that renders for me in about between 3 and 5 minutes, depending on, how many layers are in the edit and whatnot. But I don't know how much of that is my computer or the software or a combination of the two.
Well, I got tired of it. I lost an entire project on Adobe that had me beyond angry.
Yeah.
I wanted to release a video the day after. I'd said in my previous video, I'll have a video out tomorrow. I put all the work into it, lost it all because Adobe crashes. And Adobe crashes a lot. If you go and you watch anybody that says that they've switched over to DaVinci, or they're switching over to any program, not just DaVinci, but any of the other programs, they will always bring up the amount of crashes for Adobe. So Adobe has some pretty good customer service at times, but lately they told me, change this, change that. I changed like 50 different things. Finally works 20 minutes, crashes. And I was like, I'm gonna go see what this other program's about. And so I learned it. I've done my last like 5 videos have all been edited with DaVinci software, and it costs $300 to get the full version. Adobe for me is costing about $32 a month right now. So
that's not terrible, 10 months, is it?
After 10 and DaVinci Resolve has everything built into it. So you know how Adobe has Premiere, and then there's After Effects as a separate program, and Adobe Audition is a separate program. These are all programs I use in every video I edit.
Yeah.
So I do audio processing, everything, because I used to work with a lot of audio engineering. So for me, that's like my thing that I really enjoy doing is working with the audio.
Yeah.
And Fairlight and DaVinci Resolve is fucking banging.
Yeah. Am I right though? Isn't the interface very similar to Premiere Pro, or isn't it?
Well, yeah, they do have it. It is to an extent. See, the cool thing about DaVinci is that it has like, you know what I mean by magnetic timelines. Like if you have a clip between 2 clips and you want to delete that clip, the other clip automatically slides over.
Yeah.
So that's like Hit Film Express, for instance, that does that.
Yeah.
Adobe doesn't do that. Adobe, you click on the thing, you delete it, it leaves the space there. So if you want to move stuff over, you manually move it over.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit more freedom from an editor's perspective. But DaVinci does both. DaVinci has one portion of it is dedicated to magnetic timelines. The other portion is dedicated to a Premiere style editor where you can leave spaces without having to move stuff around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll never go back to Adobe. That's 100%. I'm 100% behind DaVinci and what they're doing. It's why I paid for it. I want to support
the reason
what they do.
Like I said, I'd love to use something like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro, whatever. But when you're uploading content frequently, you can't stop making content to learn a new software, and it's just too much hassle. Bear with me a sec, guys. Super chat from Dave Bird. Creaky, you deserve this. Thumbs up, fist bump. Thank you, pal. Not sure what I deserve. I thought you were going to threaten me or something then. And another one has come in. Let me just grab that, because this is from, if I remember correctly, from one of my Swansea butts. I'm sure it is. Just saying howdy. How we doing, pal? I think I'm thinking of the right person. But anyway, Randy, so you've got all this to come, pal, because you know, the editing and honestly, it makes such a massive difference. You know, some people say I massively over edit my videos, and maybe I do, but it's because I enjoy that part of the whole process.
Yeah, I'm the absolute same. I love video editing. It was the only thing that I was good at my uni degree, which was supposed to be doing mainly coding and stuff like this. Coding I was crap at, but I still finished the full honours degree. But they had a section of that which in the media design, which included video editing, including using the Premiere Pro, and I absolutely loved it. Loved it. I mean, I could spend hours and hours and hours just making a perfect 5-minute video. It didn't bother me. I could sit there all day doing it.
I go bananas. Usually with me, I don't think anybody's ever noticed it. They certainly haven't said it to me if they have. But if you pick any one of my videos from the last year and watch so let's say it's a 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes is crammed full of, you know, edits and text on the screen and funny little clips and things I throw in there to emphasize a point. But the further into the video I get, the less and less of an edit there is. And it's because there's nothing out of the ordinary for me to spend like 3 hours editing the first 10 seconds of my video and just going back, oh, I can add this. Oh, better take that out. Now I need to add this. And it just snowballs. And then I'm like, Jesus, it's 6:30, and my video's meant to be coming out at 7 and at 7:30, and I've still got another, you know, 2 hours of proper editing to do, and I end up then sort of sacrificing things I would have put in the video to meet a deadline, because I'm always mindful of the fact that people expect to see a video from me at 7:30 on a Tuesday and 7:30 on a Friday, so I kind of put myself under pressure, probably for no reason, because I doubt anybody would even notice if I uploaded it on Saturday instead of Friday. But, you know, it's just me, and it makes me kind of pressurize myself, if that makes sense. Do you find that, team?
Simon Dan does that. Simon Dan's religious with his releases.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where it comes from with me.
You should be. You should be.
Yeah, you are as well, team. And your videos go up at the same time all the time. You're the you've got a consistent schedule that you know, these are your upload times and days, aren't they?
Yeah, we actually, to be honest with you, we have like this little internal plan. Not really like it's official or anything, but we have this thing where Brainy releases at 2 p.m. every day when he releases. Irish releases at 3 p.m. when he releases. I release at 4 p.m. and Radical releases at 5.
Yeah.
That right there presents if you begin watching a video, let's say you catch Brainy's video at 2, and then you're already watching YouTube, it's already going to start, you're already going to be on the platform. You're going to naturally watch an Irish Demon video. You're going to naturally watch a Creaky Blinder video, because we're all a part of that same community, even if it's loosely or tightly held, however you want to describe it.
Yeah.
We're all a part of that. So people who naturally watch my channel, and it shows on my thing, it tells me the channels that my subscribers watch, and you're on there, Creaky.
Yeah.
You're on there. Simon Dan's on there.
Yeah.
Irish Demon's on there.
Yeah.
And a few people that I don't even know. I think Brainy's on there too, but it's really weird how the algorithm has started to pick up and catch that we're all releasing videos on those at those same exact intervals, and they're promoting each other to each other. They're promoting each of us to each other.
I'll contribute to that conversation. Let me just read this super chat. Smarty Marty says, "What's worse than girls running with scissors? 2 girls scissoring with the runs." I've heard that one from Lord Callum. You're not getting any credit for that.
That's
I know.
Gross.
I know.
That's gross.
I know that. That was my son's joke, team. That was my son's joke.
Ranty is in the call. Nothing
funny.
But Christian jokes only, okay? Christian friendly jokes only, okay?
So you wouldn't want to come to the club with me then.
Lesbians doing the scissors with the runs is not Christian friendly, okay? They're children. They're children in this world. Calm down, people.
I don't think my channel is anymore. So what I was going to say, based around what you were just talking about, team, right? So you, Simon Dan, Fight the Flat Earth, all of us kind of, I don't want to say this without, and it comes across in the wrong way, but you know, the original sort of gang of us. So it was me, you, Craig, Dan, Conspiracy Cats, were all on my your subscribers watch these channels as well. But the only one that's left now is Dan, which makes me worry that I've changed my content too much.
No, I don't think you have. I think every move you've made has been an ingenious move, and including the editing that you were talking about. Don't stop editing. That's what makes a Creaky Blinder video a Creaky Blinder video. Yeah. I can watch your video if I just knew the editing style and had someone explaining to me like, oh, you know, he did this, he did that. Yeah. And I knew it was one of my friends, then I could easily say, oh, that's a Creaky video. Yeah. There's an aspect to your video that's very unique to you, and I wouldn't change that for anybody. Yeah. I know what's got you where you're at. Yeah. You know, you're a successful YouTuber.
I remember just a month ago, you were posting on Twitter saying, you know, you was just so close to 60,000 subscribers. Yeah. You're nearly at 64 now.
Yeah. But the reason it's bizarre. If I look at the analytics on my channel now, in February, I got 1.7 million views. That's 6 months of views for my channel, right? Or maybe not 6 months. It's about 2 months of views, but it all came from a short that I uploaded in November, and it just got caught by the algorithm and ended up getting over 1 million views over one weekend, and I've gained about what am I on now? 64 and a bit. So I've gained like 4,500 subscribers in the last 3 weeks. But now, because I'm insanely anal with my analytics and I'm in and out of them all the time, and I've barely gained 3 subscribers today. So it happens in peaks and troughs anyway.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
I've been stuck on the same amount now for about 7 weeks. I think I haven't budged.
Yeah,
I've literally been at 8,500. That's it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Can I tell a story?
Yeah,
real quick?
Go for it.
A story of jealousy, envy, chase, hunt, almost kill, and now I'm catching back up again. Okay, so as I hit about 45,000 subscribers, I made a list. Creaky was on that list.
Yeah.
This is a list of YouTubers.
Hang on, you live in Texas. You live in Texas. You're armed. I'm scared.
Yeah, I am in Texas. You're right. So I made a list, right? And the list was full of YouTubers' names and their subscriber count. And I said, one by one, I'm going to knock them all off. And I'm going to, because I'm catching up. I'm doing this. I said, fuck it. I'm going to go all in. I've already put out more videos halfway through March than I did in the entire 2021. So really, I am busting my ass to be not just a better YouTuber, but to grow my channel. And to do this, I have peers that I look up to, and I want to try to catch them just as fun, you know, just to give me something to chase.
Yeah.
Creaky, listen, everybody out there listening to Creaky right now, this is facts. Okay. I was like 1,500 to 2,000 subs down from Creaky. You had 60,000, right at 60,000, and I was like 58 something, 59 something, and I was like, oh, Creaky's next. I was putting up 200-300 subs a day, right? Yeah. I start to slow down, and I'm coming up on you. He has like 60.1. I get to 60. He gets to 60.2. I'm like, slow down. I think I even sent you a text or Twitter message. I was like, yo, slow the fuck down, homie. I'm trying to catch up. So he gets up to like 60.4. I hit 60.4. We're tied in the same day.
Oh, were we?
And then for like maybe an hour, 2 hours tops. Then his short pops off. He's not lying. His short pops off, and I'm watching Social Blade, and I'm seeing plus 200, plus 300, plus 500, and I'm like, Jesus, man, what happened? I was so close.
There's no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just do not know, because, you know, I make no secret of it. I'm looking to overtake Simon Dan, and I'm saying that on a live stream. You know, I'm doing it with you. That's my goal, because I love doing what I do. I still sometimes am in disbelief that this is now how I pay for everything I've got and how I buy food for my family. And I just don't want to blow an opportunity which pretty much fell into my lap, because I can remember, team, right, being on like, I think I was on I don't know, maybe 1,500 subscribers. And I think when I was in those really low numbers, you were on about 7.5 K. And you did a bit in a video for me. I think it was kind of how we met initially.
Yeah, no, remember that I had you come on because you covered my Daniel Pratt, and I was like, I got to return the favor to
I do remember
all the people that covered the Daniel Pratt stuff, and there was you, Brainy, and Radical. You three people, I will always have love for you three, because y'all were there. Y'all didn't even know who I was.
Yeah,
y'all were like in full support of what I was doing and how wrong it was of Daniel Pratt to do. And y'all didn't know me, so it wasn't like this is the homie. And I wasn't a large channel either, so it wasn't like there was this, oh, we're gonna stand up for this 200, 300,000 sub channel and maybe catch some clout off of it. It wasn't nothing like that. So I really felt greatly appreciative of that. And I think y'all mirrored my video.
Yeah,
and
that's
then at the same time, I did the Community Strikes Back video where we redid Daniel Pratt's video, but each one of you guys played one of the clips. Y'all reenacted one of his clips.
I remember,
so that he couldn't copyright strike the video. It was a classic video.
Yeah, but I remember though at that time thinking, oh, it must be so awesome to have that many subscribers. And 7,500 is a big number anyway. But if you compare that to where we both are, because we're around about the same size, it blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind that that people want to watch.
Well, you're a good content creator. You're one of the people. You and Conspiracy Cats, in my opinion, are a league above other people. Even myself, I look up to you guys for. I'm not going to say like for content ideas, but for inspirations on other ways to express what I want to say.
Yeah.
Because both of you guys are very creative in what you do, and there's a lot to be learned from any new creator that's coming onto the platform. There's a lot to be learned to watching. Conspiracy Cats, when he was doing videos, he's not putting out as many anymore, but still, when he was doing videos, his videos were top notch, cringe, funny.
Yeah.
And there's only a few people that I'll stand behind and go, oh yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. You should definitely go check him out. He'll make you laugh, and you're one of them.
Yeah,
you have a very unique sarcasm.
Yeah.
The Welsh works for you because when you say stupid shit, a lot of people don't really even understand it.
Exactly.
So you get away with saying
exactly. It's funny though, because I've almost, in a sense, become like a caricature of myself now. Because I know I like to, mess around and act the idiot and act stupid. But as difficult as this is for some people to believe, I'm actually not stupid. But it's kind of become, we call it in Wales, playing dull. Dull just means silly, stupid, So, or we call it FLY dull, fly dull, just, sometimes it can get you things. It can get you places used in the right circumstances. Let me just read this super chat out, guys. Some old dude says, hi all, and what he said. Thank you, pal. And there's something I want to show you, team, right? It's going to come up on screen. This comment here, great, these guys have big respect for each other. The reason for that, and Ranty is in this conversation as well. I know he's gone a bit quiet, but I apologies, Ranty. I know the team and I have got a bit overexcited and we taken over the call, but and I'm sure Ranty will back this statement up. You just don't see this kind of connection and mutual respect and the willingness to help each other in other communities like Flat Earth and whatever else you may choose. Do you reckon that's right, Ranty, that you don't see this sort of thing? You must find it different being in our gang now.
Yeah, definitely. I think coming from the flat side, obviously you had different sections of people. I think that if you was to say split them up into 4 different categories, and you've obviously got the Oakley crew, you'd have the Glowbusters crew, and it's all the people that would support them, then the people that would follow sort of beyond the imaginary curve and have his kind of ethos. So with Oakley, and I have to say this, I mean, at least in his crew, he did try to do what you did, and try to organize things where they'd have releases at certain times. So Arwen would go live at 1, he would go live at 2. Then he would try to get Jose JG to go live at 3. So he was trying to stagnate it a little bit like what you guys were doing. So the community aspect is definitely there from his side of things. But I just wanted to say, because I remember it's really weird being on this side of the fence with Team, because I remember the first time that I ever got introduced to Team, and that was I hadn't seen any of his content before this, but I remember it. You were in this pub, I think it was, and you were having, I think it was Modern Day Debates, and you had this little bell that you kept on ringing whenever we had like an argument against something. And I don't know whether it was the lighting, and I don't know whether it was the saying that everyone was saying in the chat, because obviously you only listened to the Flat Earthers back then, and there was lots of clips and memes made of you and stuff like this. And I don't know. I mean, it was like, because you were the enemy, I mean, it was like that bell thing that was going off. I mean, behind the scenes, I mean, even on other videos, people were taking the piss out of that something rotten. But now from this side, it was great. Now looking at it from a different perspective, it's actually really cool. But when you're on the Flat Earth side, you thought, what a dickhead.
Yeah, the Pavlovian experience works in both directions, right? It can work as a positive reinforcement or as a negative reinforcement. If every time you hear the bell, you realize that bell represents an intelligent person shitting on your world beliefs, then you get pretty sick and tired of the bell after a while. And if you're on the other side and you're like, that bell represents somebody shitting on somebody else's world belief, then you start loving the bell and you're like, oh, the dinger, ring the dinger. People would say that all the time.
So the dinger that was something you did deliberately then, T, because you knew that it would. Yeah, it's the same as me. I may have taken it to probably extreme levels, but that's why I got the Illuminati triangle and eye on my throat, because everybody that watches my video is going to see it. And any conspiracy theorist, it's just going to wind them up. And that's really why I did it, for my YouTube videos.
Yeah, I need to go get... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's why I'm going to be wearing more NASA stuff, because Flat Earthers will forgive absolutely anything. But if you wear a NASA t-shirt, that's it. It's game over. Anything, boom.
Yeah, let me talk about something else that we were kind of touching on a second ago, and the differences in communities between the Flat Earth community and the type of community that we grow here amongst us. Like, me and Creaky may not do a lot of work together. We may not appear on our shows together a lot, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he and I have both come, like he said, we both came onto YouTube about the same time. We're both about the same size. We're peers to one another. We learn from each other. We learn from each other's mistakes as well. There's this idea that he and I can get onto a live stream and not talk about the Flat Earth, not talk about our belief system, and just bullshit like we've been doing this entire time. I know right now we're talking about Flat Earth, but I'm only bringing that up as an example.
Yeah.
When you look at Nathan Oakley's channel or that show or any show that's out of that group, it can never be just a, hey, let's sit around and bullshit show. It always has to be about their belief. And that takes away from the fun of the show. There's a lot of people that'll hate watch Nathan Oakley to see the stupidity. Yeah. They're not hate watching us, right? They're watching us because they enjoy us. Anybody that's hate watching's already left because there's nothing to hate about this, Like, how are you going to hate the Welshman?
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing with Oakley is he's spent 2 years sort of creating his studio, right? He's been putting those things around his wall. Basically, it's like a padded room, isn't it? So he spent 2 years creating a padded room for himself.
I'm just surprised that he doesn't have like red marks from where the helmet presses against his face right before he goes on camera. You know, he pulls that off like just immediately and sets it down and it's like, "Hi guys,
I thought it was a gimmick mask.
Anybody have any proof for gravity?" Shut up, moron.
In his goatee.
What's that?
In his goatee.
No.
Oh no, you've not seen his goatee. Oh my goodness. Take a look. It's hilarious.
That man probably is making life harder for himself around like schools and playgrounds and stuff with a goatee.
But he hasn't even designed it properly. It's too fat.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go check this out.
Yeah, be very careful, team, because when I was on Mr. Sensible stream a few weeks ago, and Jose was watching, and he was saying about that apparently I'm not even going to say it again, that Mr. Oakley has got a rather large part of his body, and not the part that men would like to be large. And I said, oh, I want to see it now because morbid curiosity. And of course it got clipped, didn't it? And now there's a video on YouTube of me saying I want to see Nathan Oakley's ass. So just be very careful what you say. Simon Dan in the house.
Yes, I have to. We were touching on Simon Dan earlier, and I wanted to, like, now that Simon Dan is unfortunately not in a position to respond, I need to tell him something. His nickname for me no longer holds true. Okay, Simon Dan used to call me 10% team. All right. And the reason why he called me 10% team, because it did not matter how many subscribers I put on. I was always 10% of his subscribership. Okay. No matter how hard I tried, he just would not let me have any kind of concession whatsoever. Dan, I am now very close to 15% team. Okay. So get your nickname has to change now from 10% team to 15% team.
I can be 2% 2% ranty. But I have to say, Simon Dan is actually doing wonders for me. He's helped me quite a lot with my channel growth, and I do have a collab coming out with him, hopefully within the next month. So,
well, I'll tell you what, Simon Dan definitely does make you look handsome.
Oh, thank you very much.
He said less than 15% team. Yeah, okay, whatever. Put the at sign, the around 15%. The less than is really just too definitive.
But it's you were saying what you were talking about just now, team. Another thing is, we've become friends by both doing the same thing for, similar reasons. So, and I can't see, I know that, some flat earthers have got, but I'm fairly certain in saying that I can message you any time of the night or day, and once you see it, you'll respond because you've proven it time after time. I get messaged all the time as well, and, I try to respond to as many as I can, but there's certain people that always get a reply, and, you're one of them because we've become friends over, the last few years.
Yeah, so one thing that's really hard to convey to everybody, especially like people that are fans of our channels and they want to help out or they want to say, hey, you can reach out and talk to me about anything at any time. But the problem is that a lot of times they can't really understand some of the stresses and some of the things that are unique to being a content creator.
Yeah. And
even being a content creator of our size, like it gets hard to answer Discord messages because I've received so many of them. It gets hard to answer every comment because I've received so many of them.
Yeah.
It gets hard for me to see every email and every Twitter response that comes in just because I get lost. I mean, there's so many of them come in.
Yeah.
But I have you that I can go and talk to. I have Dan that I can go and talk to. I just talked to Conspiracy Cats earlier today.
Yeah.
I officially got my first sponsor, guys.
Oh, cool. Funny you saying about sponsor, because I will quite often reach out to Dan. I get, and you probably get the same, dozens of emails about sponsor, and it's difficult to tell which ones are legit and which ones aren't. So I'll quite often send Dan a WhatsApp and say, look, I've had this. Does this seem legit to you? And he's steered me in the right direction so many times. I've ended up under a 1-year contract with Surfshark. And, you know, and that was
Oh,
because
that's badass.
Dan steered me in the right direction. I've done 9 months with them now. So they sponsored me once, then they sponsored me for 6 months, and then once the 6 months ended, they offered me a 12-month deal as well. So,
Wow.
and again, it's because Dan sort of steered me in the right direction, you know, as far as how to talk to them, and, you know, what to ask for, what not to ask for, and, you know, where to set the expectations.
And
That's
I was
amazing.
gonna
That's
say the exact same thing, because, you know, really, I'll be honest with you, the first person I reached out to when I got the sponsorship offer was Dan.
Yeah.
Because I'd known that he had done sponsorship offers in his videos,
and that's why I reached
being
out to
somebody.
him.
Yeah, it was so new to me that I was like, I have nowhere to even begin. I don't even know what to ask for or
Same as
whatnot, because
me.
they asked me for my terms, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I
same as
reached out
me.
to him.
Yeah.
He gave me the advice that ended up landing me the deal. So
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about. It's like sometimes you just really need somebody that's in the same position as you, or has gone through something that you're going through in that moment, to really mentor you or to guide you to the right place. So having people like Creaky, having people like Dan, Conspiracy Cats is helping me storyboard my first ad, because I want my ads, I want people to be like, oh, dude, I can't wait for the next person to give you an ad so we can see your next commercial.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna have people fucking rolling, bro. I'm gonna have them rewinding the commercial just to watch that part.
Well,
again.
That's why I did one of my Surfshark integrations. I hired a voice actor, and the whole ad read was done in I've forgotten his name now. He played God in Bruce Almighty. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I hired a voice actor, and the whole ad was done in Morgan Freeman's voice. Cost me a few $100s, but it's the best feedback I've ever had on any of my ad integrations.
That's awesome.
Absolutely awesome. Anyway, guys, I could talk about this all night, but I got somebody else waiting to speak to me, so I'm going to jump over to a different call, right? I don't know if you two want to go and chill back in the...
yeah, we'll hang out.
Or you can just chill here, because once I leave the call, the stream can't hear you then, so I'll catch you later, right?
Hey, Creaky, you take care. I'm gonna get off and take care of my day. Chat, love you guys. Branty, it was awesome hanging out with you. We need to do it more. Creaky, love you, bro. You take care.
Take care, man.
We'll catch up later.
Bye.
See you later, guys.
So, just very quickly, super chat from Dave42. Thanks for all you do. Order 2 mugs, tidy. Thank you, Dave. Very nice of you. Right, so I am going to join this call here and hopefully say hello to V. How are you doing, V? You'll have to unmute yourself. Ah, there we are. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm overjoyed as always. So I feel compelled to ask you, is your dad as terrifying as he looks in his profile picture?
Looks, yes, that is exactly how he looks. But his personality, he's like a big teddy bear with that like carries around like a hatchet or something.
Yeah,
it's really not that bad once you get to him.
I get that idea, and what cemented it into place for me was his extremely manly bunny rabbit. It's almost a match for Coco, my very, very macho little chihuahua that appears frequently in the back of my videos. But no, he's a good guy.
Yeah, that bunny. Waffles, that's the bunny, yeah. It kind of throws you off at first.
It does, because I can remember when he first started kind of, you know, hanging around sort of the server and whatnot, and, you know, looking at, he's an intimidating looking guy, and obviously I can only see what he shows me in pictures, but he looks like a big dude as well, so not the kind of guy you'd want to upset.
No, definitely. Well, if you don't know him, but then when you get to know him, he's just kind of like stupid. No offense, Dad.
Yeah, no offense, Dad. We're just going to talk about you now, and you'll just have to sit there and like it. Oh no, actually, you've got the ability to join calls, haven't you? Don't though. Definitely don't. This is getting interesting. So I won't say what I know happened with you yet. Are you okay now? You're well again, or?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just a little scared.
Yeah, it is a little bit scary. My my second grandbaby is due any day now, and my daughter-in-law is quite nervous this time as well, and it's it's our second grandchild, so her second baby, but it is scary, but you've got you've got support around you, and
Oh yeah.
good medical care, so you'll be fine, I promise you.
Thank you.
You will definitely be fine. And
I did have a question for you, Creaky.
yeah, fire away.
What size are your tunnels?
1 inch. In American language, they're 25mm in the UK. But these ones, they're wood, and they were really expensive, and one of them is cracked, and I'm trying to get hold of the guy that made them, and this is not meant to be a joke in any way, shape or form. It's merely an observation. The guy who made them lives in the Ukraine, so I'm not guessing I'm going to get a reply off him at any point in the near future, because they're fairly busy over there at the minute, aren't they? So
Right.
but yeah, they're 1 inch, V. 1 inch.
Okay. I was asking because, I know you have face tattoos. I have face tattoos as well. I know you've got, your ear stretched. I've got mine as well. Well, one of mine. And I just upped mine today.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I wonder what Creaky's are.
Yeah, mine have got to this size by accident. Because I used to only wear stainless steel or titanium jewelry, and it's heavy, isn't it? And it naturally stretches your ears. So I would be, I put, say, a 20mm plug in, and then sort of 3 or 4 months later, they'd start falling out in bed. Then maybe another month later, they just, you can be sipping from a cup of coffee and they'll just fall out. And these are wood, so they're very light. And I've got no intention of going any bigger than this anyway. I didn't intend to go to 1 inch, but I'm old and stupid as opposed to young and stupid. So I could possibly go bigger. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. True.
So how much facial tattooing have you got?
So the bag says 12mm.
Yeah.
I've got my silicone tunnels in right now because the kit came with the silicone tunnels, but I did find some Norse plugs. They are wooden as well, but they are off of Amazon. So I've got
plugs off Amazon,
and I'm actually excited to show those to my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, let me just quickly address something before I forget. Sorry, V. Simon Dan, I can see you're still here in the chat. You should have had an email. I know I asked you myself and you said yes at some point, but Paul, the guy that's helping me produce the There We Are Then streams and podcast, whatever you want to call it. Is it a podcast? Is it a live stream? I don't know. Or is it just both? He's emailed you to invite you to be a guest on the There We Are Then podcast. So I don't know if you can reply to him or shoot me a WhatsApp or something, and we can work something out. I think the next space now is in towards the end of May. Paul, is it? Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing me or seeing me. But yeah, Dan, reply to Paul's email. He's feeling very neglected, he told me in confidence, which is why I just said it in front of nearly 200 people. But anyway, V, it was lovely to talk to you. I'm going to read out the last couple of super chats and then I'm going to kill this stream because I've just noticed what time it is and I'm an old man and I need to go to bed.
That is perfectly fine. Thank you so much for talking to me, Creaky.
My pleasure. I'll speak to you again soon, right? And I'm glad everything's well now.
Thank you. Have a good day or night or whatever.
Too. Take care, V. Bye. Bye. So there we are then. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the There We Are Then channel, go and have a look at a couple of videos and see what you think. Now, this is something. Thank you, Dan. Of Mr. Andrat. Of course, I'm using Dan for exposure. It's good business sense. It really is. Creaky, I will check. My emails are a mess at the moment, but yes, we'll do it. Thank you, Dan. There we are, Paul. So Dan is going to... let's have a look. What's my grandfather saying? You don't know the meaning of the word. No, I know I'm not old, but it's funny because... And I was having this conversation with Mrs. Blinder this morning when we were having coffee. And there's certain things I'll do now, and I instantly do them and think, wow, 10 years ago I could do that and not skip a heartbeat. It was easy. But now, and I'm talking about things like, you know, trying to have a pee before I go to bed. It's taking me longer and longer every night. It'll be time to get up again if it starts taking me any longer. Brian Pop Robson, 64 in the morning. Happy birthday, Brian. Are you really? I knew you were old. I didn't think you were... Oh, you can retire in a year. Are you going to retire? Do you want to retire? I've got some very weird views on retirement. I don't want to. And I'm only 49. But I can't see me ever wanting to. But that's based on, obviously, how I feel right now. And Brian, I just saw what you typed out of my peripheral vision. That is naughty. Is it? I better nip down Tesco's in the morning before I start work. I better add. Thank you very much, Leah. That's very kind of you. Very kind indeed, and makes me blush.
Ooh, super chat. Pancake.
Creaky, I was saving that £2 for a can of Coke. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Right, there's only 4 minutes to go. So, who's made me laugh the most? Who's made me... Smarty Marty has made me laugh a lot, right? I'll be honest with you. But so has John Waller. And I'm gonna say... And it all started from this one. For inventiveness, it's got to be John Waller. So, John, if you email me, creaky@creakyblinder.com, tell me what you want, what you really, really want, and I will send it out to you really slowly and boringly. No, just send me an email, mate, and I will reply to you as soon as I see it, and we will figure out what you want. What colour you want, not what you want. You're not like having my car or anything. You can tell me what colour you want and send me your address and everything, and I'll get it shipped out to you tomorrow. I promise. But anyway, this stream has gone incredibly well. I love having a conversation with people. And when Ranty jumped on, and then team joined me, it just makes it so much easier, and hopefully people find it interesting. I think they do, because there's still nearly 150 people here. Okay, so begging section, I want a little bit of help on 2 things. The first one, right, the There We Are Then channel, the podcast, it's a new channel. It's on, I don't know, 4,500 subscribers. People seem to be really enjoying the guests that we've had on so far. But who else do you want to see me speaking to? Excuse me. If my granddaughter was here now, she would have gone, Papa! Anyway, sorry. I went into Papa mode then. What was I saying? So, Paul Kaler, who's in the side chat now. Give everyone a wave, Paul. Paul has been absolutely amazing with the There We Are Then podcast. He has so far booked every guest that you've seen. We've got a list going on that we've both got access to. Paul's throwing names in there and reaching out to people on my behalf, trying to arrange it for me, because I'm absolutely useless at doing that sort of thing. So, you know, I literally wouldn't be able to do this without him. It was my idea to make it once every 2 weeks. And the only reason I decided to do that is because it's incredibly difficult to find guests consistently. And I don't think we'd be able to find weekly guests and maintain the channel over a long period of time. Based on how it's going so far, I'm more than happy with it. And, you know, Paul is taking emails for suggestions. So if you email Paul, I don't know if you want to throw it in the side chat as well. It's paul@creakyblinder.com, and just put in the subject line TWAT guest suggestion. I think that works, Paul. So let's have some names from you and see who you would like to see me talk to, because obviously the more involved you guys are in the process of choosing people for me to speak to, then the more interested you're going to be to actually listen when I do. Oh, do you know what that is? That's my old man take your next tablets alarm. It's got that bad. I've got alarms now just to remind me to take my pills. Awful. There we are. It's in the side chat now, and I'll throw it up on the screen. So if you send an email, paul@creakyblinder.com, with any suggestions you may have, I would be very grateful. If you've never been here before, I have no idea why you'd still be here at this stage of the stream. But if you are, thank you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like the stream before you leave, you audible lot. If you're not subscribed to There We Are then, head over and subscribe now. And I will cunningly look down by here, hover my finger over the button I need, and say thank you very much. Love you, bye.